Okay, students, so this quarter, it's going to start super simple because we are going to review exponents, and then we're going to get into more simplifying expressions with exponents. So let's do the basics first. So what is an exponent? So how does it look? What's the base? What's the exponent? What are the forms that you can see an exponent? So a rule, so an exponent tells the number of times a base is multiplied by itself. So 9 times 9 times 9 times 9 can be written with an exponent or an index. 9 to the 4th power. So 9 is the base, and the exponent tells you how many times that number is going to be multiplied by itself. So that's the exponent. So the base is 9, and the exponent is 4. Now, sometimes we have to review this because sometimes we see that you multiply 9 times 4, and that is incorrect. It's going to be 9 times 9 times 9 times 9, 4 times, okay? Now, this is the expanded form. When they ask you to find the expanded form, 4 to the 3rd power, it's going to be 4 times 4 times 4. It's expanding, right? Expanded. And then the exponential form would be the one, so if they show you something like this, you will have to simplify it like with an exponent, like we did here. So that's the exponential form. And then you can find simplified or standard. Standard, those words mean that when you simplify 5 to the 2nd power, it's 25. So that is 5 times 5, right? So you find the answer, right? You simplify, you solve it. So that's either, you can say the simplified version or the standard version, okay? All right, so let's look at some examples. So it says, when it says the expanded form, you're just gonna expand it, right? So that's 6 times. Missing one, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Now, when you have 2 of them, well, that's A times A times B times B, right? So you're expanding it, okay? And then when they ask you to find the exponential form, well, you're just gonna write as an exponent. So that's 5 to the 2nd power, that's 11 to the 3rd power, and so on. Now, sometimes you have letters, right? So just count them. So there's 1, 2, 3 M's, and there is 1 n. So that's the exponential form. Here there's 2 x's and there's 2 y's. It's times, right? And then here there's numbers, right? So that's 10 to the 2nd power times 9 to the 2nd power, and so on. So that's the exponential form. And then one more form where you have to find the answer, which is to simplify each problem or find the standard answer here. So that's 7 to the 2nd power, that's 49, right? So that's 4 to the 4th power, it's 64 plus 3, right? So that's 64 plus 3, that's 67, and that's the answer here, okay? All right, so let's keep going here really quick. More examples. So it says, write each expression using exponents. All right, that's the example here. We count how many 6's are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5. That's 6 to the 5th power. See, I can make mistakes too, right? So you gotta be careful here, right? Which one is the base? Which one is the exponent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 to the 7th power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 31 to the 6th power, and so on. And then here, what is the exponent? It says write each exponent in expanded form. So you're gonna just expand how many 8's are here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, it's multiplication, right? So that's 8 times 8 times 8. So you're not really you're always multiplying when you use exponents. Here, hundreds. Remember, use up how many zeros you have here. So that is 100, and then 6 more zeros. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have, there we go, 100 million. All right, so here, how about here? So it says write each exponent in standard form. Well, that's just standard form means that you are simplifying. So that's 25. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4. So you're just, so here is 1, right? So 1 to any power is 1. Uh, let's see, you can also use the calculator here. So I'm going to show you exactly which buttons to use because it's a new thing with higher exponents. So it's 7 to the 4th power. Just turn your calculator, if you have an iPhone, you turn your calculator here, go 7, and then that x to the y power, you can put any exponent there. 4th power, it's 2,401. So that's 2,401. How about 4 to the 3rd power? All right, 4, and then the calculator, the button that has x to the y power, you can put any power with that one. So that's 64. Oh, I messed up on the other one back there. 9 to the 3rd power. Same thing here. 729. And then 2 to the 6th power. You can use that function in your calculator, x to the y power, right here, 64. And that is it. Hope this helps.